This is the master key. It unlocks all the doors in the house. It's yours now. I must ask you to do something.
Yes, Mother.
It's been long enough.
Hi and welcome to the Soho Lift Spotlights. I'm Vanessa Ayiku and I'm delighted to be joined by two of the crew from Man of the House. We have Poppy and Soren here. Welcome. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your involvement in the project and also a little bit about it for our audience without giving too much away? So they come and watch in January, of course.
Yeah. Well, I'll start by saying that Soren brought the project to me about 2 years ago now. But it's been in the works and in his creative mind for a lot longer than that. And we shot it last year, and I'll let Soren kind of give a little synopsis.
It's a sort of coming-of-age fantasy gothic fairy tale set in a big decaying manor in the countryside. It's all following this young boy navigating the creaky halls and locked doors and stuff, and yeah. It's
quite an enticing description, isn't it? Summary.
Good.
So you wrote and directed it and you produced it. So how did you know each other beforehand? How did you kind of come about collaborating?
Well, we met through my sister, who is in music. And I'm not sure exactly how you guys met, but something to do with that, I assume.
Yeah, and then we found, I think it was meant to be, and we found each other through that. And the first time we met was meeting about it for the first time at the BFI and just chatting about it and introducing ourselves.
Yeah.
And it kind of grew from there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's an interesting transition from kind of childhood to adolescence, and you have two people cast as the young boy in the project, right?
Just one.
As the same person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
How did you find him? I guess on any level, bringing your story to life and finding the right characters, but with casting children, it must be a lot more challenging to understand who's going to portray that. But also, there are some dark places in the film, I think, having to explain the context of that to a child without freaking them out.
Yeah, it was a fear, I suppose, of casting someone so young. He was 13.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But he'd already been in some big movies in a way, and he had experience, and he was so professional and sort of just embodied the character on set. It was almost as if he was always in the mode.
Yeah.
It was brilliant, and we did some rehearsals with him, and we did some like poetry readings because there isn't much dialogue, so we just wanted to like improvise and play around with him and stuff on Zoom. But he just smashed the whole thing.
Wow.
It was brilliant, yeah.
And so how did you have a casting director that found that? Okay.
Yeah,
and was he your first choice?
He was literally the first. Like as soon as I saw the little picture of him, I was like, oh, that's him, because he just looked like all the drawings.
Bodied everything that you'd...
It's perfect. The hair is alright.
Yeah, we had Georgia Topley, who is a fantastic casting director, and she really took on how to find these people that had a very interesting look, as well as being obviously great actors.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Soren said, as soon as he saw Peter, we weren't going to get anyone else.
It's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
And the look and feel of the piece as well, the production design is amazing. How did you find the crew or the team that kind of pulled that together, and costume design as well as a period piece?
So it was assembling this amazing dream team of all these people who a lot of them hadn't even worked in film before. Like Ed, the production designer, he's a sculptor, and he's a friend of mine put me onto him because I was talking about this film to people and just kind of putting it out there, trying to let things come, sort of like a light bulb, trying to get the moths to come to it. He sort of came out of the blue, and I went to a studio, and it was just this dark, cavernous space, and he builds these crazy sculptures like the film's kind of world out of all these strange artifacts that he finds.
Just as an artist, that kind of...
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just sent him the script, like messaged him on Instagram, he was like, yeah, I'm down, let's go. And then the costume designers were first-time costume designers who hand make their own clothes.
Wow.
One's in Brighton, one in Essex, and it's just like, yeah,
So nobody had worked together before on the production at all? You were all new to each other's...
Most people know, but it was a real collaboration, and particularly when you work with people who haven't necessarily been in a film
on set
space
before.
It's a very interesting process because we sort of bolstered everyone's team with people who had experience on set, and I thought that worked really well, particularly with Ed. We had Ayla Ash, who acted as the sort of art director, and she's very experienced in film, and so that worked really well to kind of let Ed play and create, and then she obviously managed the more logistical, practical sides of it too.
With things like budget, perhaps, or was that still in your hands? So, you know, when you get creatives who maybe haven't worked in film and haven't had the restrictions of budget constraints and timelines and that sort of thing, did you manage that, or did the art director kind of hold their hand?
It was a bit of both. I mean, Ed was great because he can make something out of nothing, really, and he
that works great for budgets.
It was quite impressive, I must say. And Ayla definitely helped with that, and it was also just to do with setting things up and making sure that things were ready in time, because we were going into this place that had almost no infrastructure. It was a real decaying mansion.
Right.
Yeah.
But a blank canvas as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For your creatives.
Exactly. So that was great, but also...
scary.
It's challenges as well, for sure.
Like what?
There was no hot water.
Oh, wow.
There was, you couldn't
And quite
use
remote
most of the
and-
toilets.
oh, wow.
So sort of, we had
Fun.
signs on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Don't come in.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't we?
Yeah.
And you had a very dreamlike feel in the production, and also a transition through a lot of different mediums, the dreamlike quality, the dramatic side of it, and then the animation. Was that always intentionally there from the start, or did any of that kind of evolve as you developed the project?
Well, it was all kind of there from the beginning, but it was all these sort of ambitious things that we didn't know if we were capable of. Like the animation was sort of this mystic dream that we'll figure out when we finish filming.
Wow, okay.
And,
So you weren't sure whether it's going to be included or not until kind of...
I was kind of set on like,
Hopeful.
I'll just do it. If I can't find someone, I'll just... I've
Okay.
never done stop motion
You'll work it out.
puppets or whatever. It's like, I can't, I was watching YouTube tutorials and buying.
Wow.
And then when I did finally we found Trevor, who was the stop motion animator who lived in Lancing. And he has this emporium in his back shed.
Where did you find him?
Emilio found him through the Sussex Film Office.
Yeah, our other producer, Amelia.
Okay, cool.
And he was just this legend. He got suggested to her, and he humbled me in one huge email, just like, you know nothing. Like, he just, not in those words, but he just kind of like, I was like, wow, I could have
Subtext,
never. Yeah, I read between the lines. And I went and just would travel to him and do sessions with him, and he just did it all, and it was amazing, Yeah, so that kind of came to life better than I could have hoped. And then the dreamlike quality was just sort of something I wanted from the beginning, just an atmosphere that
Just to keep the audience guessing, or...
Yeah, I think so. I didn't want it to be like anything was shoved down the audience's throat, or that they were forced a message or anything. It was more just like, it's kind of like the character who's asking all these questions, but he's not getting any answers back. And it's...
So everybody takes something different away from it.
Yeah,
different
I'd
kind of
hope so.
take on the
Yeah.
project. What did you find most challenging to both of you?
I mean, obviously, always when you're making these things, you're always sort of between the creative and the reality. But having said that, I think, like I said with Ed, but with everyone really, everyone pulled together. I mean, Soren's a bit of a magician and things just seem to happen. So I would say, yeah, definitely it would be lovely to have a bit more leeway on budget and things, but actually I think you can see from the film, I don't think you're left wanting. You've got it there.
Yeah, and sometimes working with the restrictions of a low budget makes you more creative about how you approach it and the things you can do with it.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
And then, Soren, I know your background is music videos, is that right?
Yeah.
So and advertising?
Yeah,
Is that right? So how come the tradition to this kind of project, which is completely away from that? Did it help steer the process for you, or was it just, I'm going to try something new, I need to step out of my zone?
Yeah. Well, I was making films since I was about 12, and
Oh, wow.
music videos and somewhat commercials after those were like my film school in a way. As soon as I could, I started making those and trying to, yeah. But I was always kind of itching to do something of my own and just waiting for the right moment and sort of gathering these people. And a lot of the people from the crew, like the cinematographer Peter, he's shot all my like early music videos and stuff.
Oh, right, okay.
And sort of pulling from that world. I'm glad I like kind of waited and just learned a lot from those intense experiences of shooting with no money or shooting with big budgets, and just finally put it all down into this. And this is kind of my like I would hope it could be the sort of
calling card as well.
Yeah.
I guess, for you.
Perfect.
For sure.
yeah, exactly.
So what is next for the film then? Is there plans? Have you looked at feature length ideas, or what is your hope that will happen after you've done the film festival circuits, I guess?
Yeah, I think that our hope, I don't know, I think it was just the idea of making something and finally having a piece of work, and then it was originally kind of a feature film idea in a way, like a bigger world, and which made the short film so much richer, I guess, because there's kind of this like subtext and there's sort of these ideas that aren't captured on screen but they're hinted at. So I'd love to get back into the writing room, and I've been trying to, but it's just like, I don't know, it's a painful process of kind of working out how to tell a story like that.
Painful process, but slightly pleasurable as well.
Yeah, in a way.
We hope so. It will happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming, and maybe. So, have you been doing the festival circuits already, or
Yeah, we've begun.
so maybe that will kind of encourage that as well.
Definitely.
But you've done a few.
Yeah, we've done a few so far. I haven't been able to attend, but Soren luckily
Okay.
has.
Yeah, we hit our first film festival. It was like my first one, and we went to Worcester.
Okay.
We went with like a pack of 10 people and like hooligans at the awards ceremony.
And we won.
And we won Best
Oh, nice.
Costume Design.
There you go,
and our costume
perfect.
designer was with us. And he
Oh,
got on stage.
great.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
And now you're joining us here at Soho Live,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
amazing, and we're really pleased to have you.
Really
Yeah, it's
excited.
awesome. It's a hometown.
Thank you very much for joining us both today. And for everybody here, Man of the House, you can see at Soho Live 2026 in January. Join us then.